make another short video about just a quiz that I've assigned for my students. I'm really worried about them being academically honest. I'm trying to make this in a way where I can be comfortable that the results that I'm getting from students are actually, their work. So I think it's pretty close to impossible to be sure if they're not actually there. But they can cheat while they're here, so who knows? This is a quiz I made up. My focus in this was making it so the students were developing and answering their own question. My thought was that if I made one question and shared out to all the students, then it's pretty easy for them to just find the solution, share the solution, and be done with it. In this case, I'm kind of setting some parameters, and I'm saying develop a problem here, and then solve your problem. We've talked about this a little bit in class, so it's a little bit easier for me to get this done. But I figured this way the students can't really copy each other because it's impossible for them to have the same kind of parameters going into it. If they have the same parameters, they definitely cheated, and there's definitely something wrong. So this is this quiz at least is very specific to my personal topic, my content, but I think hopefully the idea could be applied in different areas, especially probably science and math. So for this one, I have kind of a setup of a golf course thing. We're going to do some trigonometry stuff in here. So what their task is to clearly label starting points. So this is the setup of the problem down here, and then this is their task. We've talked a little bit in class before. This is kind of related to a project they're working on. So we've already talked in class about what it means to set up a challenging problem. I've given them a homework problem that's very similar to this already. So I'm saying, design your own problem that's going to be about the same level as our homework question. For submissions, I'm asking that they submit 3 things. And the first 2 kind of go together, but it's a diagram labeled from start to finish. 2, all of their work going from kind of start to finish. So I feel like this way they need to, even if they do copy or whatever else they might do, they need to write it out by hand. So at least there's got to be some learning involved in there in the worst case scenario. Finally, as my last resort here, I'm going to have them do a video that goes step by step through their work. So they don't need every single last detail, but I just want to be sure that they kind of know what they're talking about. So I hope with these different safeguards in place, they will be, hopefully as I can be as confident as I can that the work is theirs and that they are actually doing work outside of class. These are my instructions for them. I always want them to include their voice. They shouldn't be writing. They can write text in the video, but it's not really a substitute for them talking. Also, I don't want to see any scripts. I don't want to hear them just repeating something that they've written down. They should have that fluid, confident explanation of what they're working on. So again, I'm not sure how applicable this is for all classes, but I hope that by making this a little bit more student-created, that it would decrease the opportunities for academic dishonesty. So that's that.